What's happening, everybody? This is Thrifty Business with Jay and Nay, and I'm Jay, one of your hosts. And there's my beautiful co-host, Nay. Ooh, I got
Hi.
hang on, I got technical difficulty. All right, now speak.
Hello.
Nadine's in Philly, and I'm in Vegas, and this is our kind of first show. It's going to be a little test run to see if we get everything right. I've got fun sound effects. We got some graphics, thanks to the awesome Nadine there, because that's what she does for a living. All right, cool. I'm watching our feed. It's looking good. We don't have any viewers yet, so that's cool. All right, so I'm going to close that out, trash that, and I want to see that. All righty, so let's talk about stuff. So here's what we're going to talk about. This is going to be our show. We're going to talk about everything in the thrift store. So Nay and I both like to thrift. We both like to sell on eBay. And do you sell anywhere else besides eBay, Nadine?
Not yet, but I plan to extend on that.
You've never ever sold on Amazon?
I've never sold on Amazon yet. I've never sold on Etsy. I've only sold on eBay. I've sold on Craigslist, but I would like to expand a little bit to Amazon next.
Oh yeah, that's easy. We'll get you going. I've been selling on Amazon almost as long as eBay, and they used to be my only venue for a long time because I was only selling CDs, and so it was just easy enough to list on Amazon.
Well, that's my next plan.
And so I'm watching our feed, and we look really good, and nice graphics. I love it. So we're going to start every show, because it's a show with me, we're going to start every show with rum of the day, or rum of the week, I guess, and cocktail glassware of the week. So I am a huge Sailor Jerry fan. That's kind of like my daily rum. So today we are drinking Sailor Jerry, and I like it so much. Oops, I'm always backwards. I put her on my arm. Not so much for the rum, but because I'm a huge fan of the tattoo artist Sailor Jerry. And then the glass I decided to use tonight, because my mom is going to be our guest tonight. This is my Don Ho glass, and Mom was a big fan of Don Ho. So just having a little Cuba Libre, Sailor Jerry, some Diet, and some lime. And I'm drinking Diet because I'm watching my girlish figure. Hey, if I don't watch it, who's gonna? Oh, wait a minute. I should have had my sound effects ready. Damn. All right. That's why this is a practice, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so the first thing, after we've talked about rum and tiki stuff, the first thing we will talk about is, we will be doing our, all right, score of the week. And I will go first. So bear with me for a second here. I am working on a difficulty. There we go. Boom, boom. All right. So let's talk about score of the week. So we're going to show what we're going to do when we're doing scores of the week is we're going to show things we sold on eBay or things we just purchased that will end up being a score of the week. So today is Memorial Day. It's half off at Savers. I've got some good stuff today. And so I'll show you something I bought today. Obviously, I haven't sold it yet because I just bought it a couple hours ago. But first, I'm going to show you my score of the week of something I actually sold. And this is something I tell people all the time to make sure to look for is reel-to-reels. Now, if you're a youngin' listening to us right now, a reel-to-reel is pre-cassette tape. So these were gigantic. And here, I'll show you the picture of what it looks like. So the music came on this reel. And you would run through a player, and it kind of looked like you were going to watch a movie, but it was just music. So here is the Best of Cream, and if you can see where my mouse is here, right where the tape comes out, when they initially send out these reels, if the tape end was not secure, it would bounce around and cut into the box and screw up the tape. So the fact that it was still taped down with the Ampex sticker tells me it has probably never been played. And that's kind of how I sold it. Now, there's actually a little story that goes with this, and I'll show you. I sold it for $80. And I sold it for $80 within 2 days. So I was in a record store in Boston where we actually filmed back during Thrift Hunters, And I saw this there. I was there not too long ago with our good friend Teresa Cox, and they had it for $20. And quick research showed that most were selling for 50. I could see that it was on plate. I'm guessing 75 to 100. So I brought it up to buy it, and the guy goes, "You're buying a reel-to-reel?" And I said, "You're selling a reel-to-reel? Like what? Like you're shocked I'm buying music in a music store? Like you put it out." So I gave him $20 and finally listed it, and it sold within 2 days for $80. So if you see reels, especially by popular bands, so if you don't know who Cream is, it's Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, famous classic rock band, supergroup. Of course, you might shy away from orchestral pieces, but man, I sell the hell out of Miles Davis, James Brown, anything classic rock, electric light orchestra, all those things. So keep your eye peeled for reels. Any old media will sell. So that's my score of the week for an actual sold item. And now I'm going to give you one of these, Nadine. And we're going to go to your score of the week. So let me pop that over here. And we will then get that up there. Doo-doo-doo. All right, there we go. There's you are up, girlfriend.
Okay, that's a 1960s George Bowman hat. It was very well done with the metallic gold, jeweled, sequined ribbon and decorative elements on it. And it was actually it was in good shape. It was not misshapen. It was in great shape for being from the 1960s. It wasn't really doe skin. That's actually a type of felt. The George Bowman hats do sell well, and if they're in good condition, especially. I did take an offer of $70 on it, which was a little bit lower than maybe I should have gone, but it had been up for a little bit, and I probably could have gotten about $100 for it, but I took the offer of $70, and I was happy with that. I paid $4.99 for the hat. So.
And just make sure we all know that was $4.99.
Yes.
And what kind of thrift store did you find that at?
I found that at Goodwill.
Nice. Now, is that the Goodwill that we'll be talking about in a little bit?
It is, yes.
Oh, I love that Goodwill.
Yes, that's a great Goodwill.
Cool. So your other score you actually have in your hand right there, and then I'll get on to my score that I found today.
Yes, I have at the Philly AIDS thrift store that we went to, I found well over probably about 20 sewing patterns. They're all vintage. They're all Simplicity and McCall's, and they're all really cute. Some of them have transfers and whatnot. They are all uncut, which means that they're all factory folded and unused, new old stock, which is really important when you're looking for patterns. And I thrifted all of them for 49 cents a piece, and they will all sell for between $9.99 and probably $19.99 a piece. Here's one that's actually listed right now that's sold for $9.99.
All right, so hang on. I'm going to show that. And hey, Nate, do me a favor. When you show them, back up a little bit. You're a little close so we can see.
Sure, no problem.
Much better. Okay, let me go to that screen share. This is not your listing, but just to show that your 49 cents is going to turn into...
And I feel this one actually is an applique transfer pattern. So I feel I'm going to list mine for $14.99 with free shipping, and I think that it'll sell for that.
Cool. Yeah, I would be absolutely...
Mine is complete. It's factory folded. It has all of the transfers in it. So I'm going to list mine for $14.99. So yeah, I have about 20 of those for 49 cents a piece.
Yeah, that's something that is way outside of my realm. Way outside.
I love selling sewing patterns. They're a constant seller. They sell just about every day for me, and I thrift them between 25 and 50 cents a piece, and they pretty much sell for between $8.99 and some of them sell for $30 or more a piece. So they're a good staple item to have in my store.
And I was locked onto me, and you were talking the whole time, so sorry about that. Now you're on. All right, so I'm going to show you my score today, and my score was thanks to my wife. So I somehow convinced my wife to go thrifting at Savers on 50% off day, which is a madhouse. But I said, hey, if you come, we can get out quicker. And I only had time to go to one because we were doing a show with me and you tonight. So here was her best find. Just hanging, waiting for her. A lovely Lily Pulitzer dress.
And I thrifted a very similar dress recently, and I sold it for $99.99.
And what'd you pay for it?
I paid, I think, $14.99, and it was in Vegas.
So I paid half of that, so
Okay.
$6.50.
It was very similar. It didn't have the straps. It was just it was a strapless dress, but it was a very similar ribbon dress, and I did sell it for $99.99. So it
Yeah,
was it was the exact dress without the straps.
so there's a nice score of the day. Like, of course, I don't have it sold yet, but I think that was a wise $6.50 investment.
So what size is that dress?
Well, let me tell you. Hang on a minute. I think Stace said it was close to her size. It is a 10.
Okay, that's great.
Still got the dry cleaning tag on it too, so there's the added bonus. So
Mine was an 8, so it will sell.
now let me tell you the story. So, and that's how our show is going to work. We'll go off on some tangents. I like sharing, telling stories. Here's we're going to get to thrifty tips, but I'm going to give you one right now because it really correlates to what we're doing. It'll behoove you to look at the go back rack. The go back rack is right next to the dressing rooms.
Mm-hmm.
They put all the extra goodies that people decide they didn't want on the go back rack, and I found a Lily Pulitzer jacket and matching dress, even though they weren't matching. They were matching patterns, but way radically different sizes, like 1X and medium. So they really didn't go together, but the store thought they did. So they sold them together for $17.50. The jacket was still new with tags. The dress wasn't. So I sold the jacket for like 65 or 70, and the dress for 55. So go back rack,
Yep.
$17 turned into over $100, $130.
Great tip.
Alrighty, so now we have done our scores of the week, but what's next? Well, hang on. See, I got to be more ready with my sound effects. What's next? I'll tell you what's next. It is our dud of the week. Because let me tell you, let our mistakes not be yours. Sometimes you buy stuff and you went, crap, what? And when we talk about duds, and Nadine and I will expand on this as the weeks go on, sometimes it's a dud because you bought it and you shouldn't have. Sometimes it's a dud because you should have bought it, but you realize something's wrong with it, but you didn't realize till you got home. And my dud I'm going to share with you is because I did not pay attention to how much it was going to cost to ship this. And I like to do a lot of free shipping. And this one, I definitely did not work the price into the shipping. So here, a pair of ceramic duck bookends. They're really nice. Sold them for $50. The problem is they weighed 6 pounds before packing, and I included free priority shipping. And based on the height and the fact that there was two, none of the flat rate boxes would work for me. I mean, regional C would have worked, but that's even worse. So my shipping cost on my $50 sale was like $22 because I was not paying attention, and I give myself a toilet flush because I just didn't think that by the time you pack these, the thickness would have been too much. So my dud of the week is that only because I kind of screwed myself on that one. And I'm going to find your dud of the week. All right, I'll let you talk first, and then I'll bring it up here. So let's talk about your dud of the week. And it is right here. Present to everyone. Da, 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 da.
Okay. So this is a brand that I usually never pick up. However, I picked it up for 25 cents in a bin, in a bulk bin. So, however, Sag Harbor is not a brand that usually sells, but it was wool and it was lined, so I thought maybe. However, it's also a 6 petite, which makes it extra hard to sell. That paired with the brand makes it go for, I can't even sell it for $14.99 with free shipping and a padded mailer, which leaves me with $10. I've lowered the price to $9.99 with free shipping and a padded mailer, and it still hasn't gone. So I think this might be a redonate.
Oh, I thought you sold it, but that's even better. You got to
No.
redonate it.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a redonate.
Now,
So sometimes it's not worth it, even if you pick up something for 25 cents or 50 cents, and you think it might sell. It's just not worth it if it's not a good brand, if it's a odd size, it's just not worth it.
Now, in Vegas, or at least when you have a Savers near you, if you donate, you get a coupon or money off. Do you have anything like that in Philly?
No, unfortunately, we do not.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, we don't have any Savers, so.
I'll give that a big no, no, no. Yeah, so we all have redonation piles. Luckily, when you have a Savers near you, if you redonate, you get a little stamp, and if you get 6 stamps, you get 30% off your entire purchase. So if you can't bring 6 bags, bring 1 bag, but save your discount. There's no point in using a 5% discount because it is a stamp for 5%. So wait till you get to your 30%. So today, sale day, all clothing was half off, but tchotchkes weren't. But I had a 30% off, so I got the 30% off. And today was the start of stamp cards, so I got 3 full stamp cards. And a full stamp card means 30% off. Yay!
Unfortunately, our thrift stores here don't have any promotional programs like that. Would be nice, but.
To that I say, no, you should have some deals. Maybe we'll have to talk. No, I should have said this. Boo. All right, so that is our scores of the week. That is our duds of the week, and we will do that every week. And I want to hop over to the chat. Like, I'm having technical difficulties figuring out how to see the chat well. I'll learn that, but I see some questions. I see some people liking what they're seeing. Somebody said they need to get to a better class of thrift stores. Yeah, especially in Vegas. The greatest thing about thrifting in Vegas is people move here all the time, and when they don't become the next hot bartender or the next hot strip performer or the next hot showgirl, they just split and they drop everything at the thrift store. So we find the greatest stuff. Like when I thrift with Nadine in Philly and my mom in Cleveland, you tend to see older stuff because they're older cities. Vegas is new every day. So I have a question. I'll let you answer first, Nadine.
Okay.
Debbie Weeder wants to know, do we have many returns with the women's clothing that you and I sell?
I don't get a whole lot of returns because I do put in every single measurement imaginable. I put shoulder to shoulder, length, I put waist in, I put bust, and I will answer any questions, obviously, that anyone has. However, I still do get my share of returns, and I would say it's really not a high number, though, of clothing returns. I think because I describe so well and put the measurements in, I put the garment, I take a photo of the garment tag, and then I put all of the care information, the fabric content, every possible thing about the garment so that they can make an informed decision. So I think most of the returns that I get are more for buyer's remorse. Sometimes you just try on something and it just doesn't work out. And I'm prepared for those and I'm fine with them. And, I take them back, but I really don't get a lot of returns. So.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, the buyer's remorse thing, because, we will definitely get into more topics like that because, even though it's going to be a very thrift-centric show, you and I, what we're finding, what we're doing in the store, I do want to give some lessons. And, you help me run my 3 groups, thrifting with the boys, marketing with the boys, and shipping with the boys. And we see this all the time. People get all mad and wigged out because people have returns, and especially on clothes. Like, look, I'm a big fella. I like my shirts to fit exactly the way I want them to fit. And sometimes I can read the measurement, and it's what I normally like. But, man, when I get it home,
it just doesn't look right. Yeah.
No. Yeah. No. And,
it happens.
When you're not normal size, so you're really big, you're really tall, you're squatty, you're fat, you're skinny, whatever, you want your clothes to fit you exactly how you want. And so if somebody gets something and it doesn't fit, oh well, send it back. You know what I bought today?
Exactly.
And we'll get into this in another show. I bought tons of big bras. I bought I's and J's today. Holy shit!
That's
I bought
great.
J's.
That's fantastic.
I mean, so let me tell you, if you get your J boob from me and you don't like it, you can send it back. That's for sure. Because let me tell you,
I've just recently had some returns of some double D's and some F's, and I was happy to take them back. They just didn't fit right, you know. It was just, and the buyer was very cordial, and I relisted it, and one of them I actually sold for more than it was listed in the first place, so it worked out well.
that's always the best thing. When you get something back and then you sell it for more, you're like, see, no big deal.
Exactly.
So our tip right now to everyone listening is don't sweat a return, because let me tell you, every single one of you has returned something to Walmart, to Target, to JCPenney's. We've all returned stuff. That's just part of life.
It happens.
And on that, I'll have a drink. Okay, cool. So now we're going to move on to our, I promise by like show 3 or 4, this will go way quicker. What did we decide to do with this one? I think we were over here. There we go. Sorry for the delay, everyone. Oh, dear. We're going to do our Thrifty Tip of the Week. Ta-da! All right, so here's mine. Mine's kind of very specifically right now. I went thrifting today. And this was going to be a score of the week, and then it turned into a dud of the week. And then I talked to the thrift store employee, and they let me buy it cheap. So it became a thrifting tip of the week for $1. All right, anybody listening follows basketball, they will know this name. Gilbert Arenas. Which way am I going? He's a basketball player, so this was exclusively tailored for him. And the brand is Leve. A lot of E's, a lot of little squiggles. Leve. Mm-hmm. So for $5, I've got a custom tailored suit to a basketball star. Score of the week, right, Nay?
You would think, yes.
Okay.
However,
throw it in my cart. I'm like, this is the coolest thing, because somebody else had already done the suit section and they ignored this jacket. As I'm ringing out, it became the dud of the week. Look at the pocket.
Mm-hmm. However,
wait on me, sister.
Let me see the pocket.
All right, hang on a sec. Coming back up.
Is that a rip in the seam? I can't tell.
No, it's not the seam. Like somebody actually kind of was like, "Hey, Gilbert." Now,
yeah, that's going to be a hard repair. However, if you have a professional, it can be repaired, but there will be, you'll probably notice something there.
So here's my thought, and tell me what you think on this, is I showed it to, and we're going to talk about your tip in a moment about, what you're going to talk about, but mine kind of ties in. Be friends with your thrift store employees.
Oh, yeah.
So I showed, so today's sale day. All hands on deck on sale day. And big ups to my 3 favorite employees at the Savers on Tropicana. If you ever watch this, Melody, Lori, and my girl Cambridge always take care of me. They always have a smile, a hug. Love those girls. But I showed her and I said, hey, this is ripped. I go, it's still a cool piece, but when they get pointed out that items are ripped or stained beyond repair, they just send them to the rebaler to go into recycling. Mm-hmm. And she said, but if you want it, because it's torn, we can sell it for $1. I go, well, geez, for $1, I can use it as a lesson. But we might be able to repair it, and somebody who's a big fan of Gilbert still might buy it. But the tip now is take the picture with the rips. Document the whole fixing of it.
Absolutely.
That way, no surprises.
And put that in the condition box information as well.
So that's my thrifty tip of the day. So the tip really is pay attention to what you're buying. Look at it completely over. Here's what I always tell people. Don't shop or buy emotionally. I got emotional because I was like, cool, custom tailored for somebody famous. And I stopped looking. I threw it in my cart and I went on to the next row. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's talk about your thrifty tip of the day. And yours is going to be, should we start with a screen share? You want me to start with a screen share, Nadine?
If you have one there.
Yes, the thing with the horses on it, right? Oh
That's
no,
the close encounter.
that's close encounter. My bad. I'm going to sit back and let you talk. Let's hear about your thrifty tip of the day. I'm sorry, I screwed that up.
No. Okay. My tip of the day is to friend your thrift store employees. I have some really tight Goodwill friends. There's one particular woman in the Goodwill that I frequent who actually will be stocking the shelves, and she will get she will get on the register when she sees me come in, just because she knows that she's going to help me with some good deals. And actually, she hooked Jason up too when he was there. She's really pleasant, she's sweet, she's great, and she always hooks me up with great deals. So you be friends with them, they'll be friends with you, and they'll hook you up.
Yep, I was there. Excuse me. Yeah, rum gives me burp. I was there, and yeah, she took care of me, and I wasn't expecting it. Like, I could tell she knew Nadine because the way they talked. I have my employees that I love hanging out with and talking to, but when she took care of me, I was like, I like hanging out with Nadine. Usually, and I'm not being conceited, but usually it's, oh, you're a friend of Jason's. That day, I was a friend of Nadine's.
Yeah, she's excellent, and there's a couple others in that same Goodwill who also treat me with the same care, and it's really nice. You just become friends with them. You become friendly. You treat them as the good employees that they are, and they'll get your back.
Oh yeah, and those of you watching will hopefully, especially if you're in our groups, you'll know all about Lisa Frank. And I forgot to bring up my little example. But Lisa Frank, if you're watching this and you've never heard of Lisa Frank stuff, when we're done, not before, you got to keep watching. When we're done, go to eBay, type in Lisa Frank, go to sold, sort by sort by highest price sold. You will poop your pants. Yeah, I'll give it a toilet flush. You will poop your pants and have to clean up because you will see bags, like old school, like 90s backpacks sell for $600. It is the nuttiest thing. So when I was shopping today, I was talking to all my friends who work there, and Cambridge is my girl, and we chat quite a bit. We're actually friends outside the store. We've hung out many times. She never heard Lisa Frank. I found a Lisa Frank item. My first one I found by myself. Yay! And I said, now, you see Lisa Frank stuff, and I showed her the craziest stuff. I go, you call me, I'm coming, I'll buy it, dinner's on me. And she's like, all right, if I see anything, I will let you know. So you treat your thrift store employees well, they will take care of you.
Absolutely.
And see that smile that Nadine just gave? That's a smile you give. Like, look, I look like a big, tough, grumbly guy, but man, when I saw all my girls today, hugs all around. How's everybody doing?
I love my Goodwill girls. They are great.
Absolutely. All right, so that's our thrifty tip of the day. And now we are going to do our close encounters of the thrifty kind. Dun, dun, dun. So that's going to be our who approached us in the thrift store this week. Now look at Nadine. All right, Nadine, you're on the screen. You're cute. I am not so much. Now, prior to being on TV and being known by anybody but my family and friends, I thought I had this look of, don't talk to me. Yet for some reason, everyone wants to talk to me. And I usually wear headphones and listen to podcasts when I thrift. And when you're bald and wearing headphones, it is very apparent I have headphones on. And people always walk up and just start talking to me. And it happened today, and it was a nice thing today. And so my close encounter of the thrifty kind today was a fan of the show. Some of you might not know, I have a show on, or I had a show, sadly, on Spike, and I have a lot of fans. And I ran into some thrifting yesterday, I ran into some at dinner last night, some today. And although I love you, you didn't notice I had headphones on because people just started talking. I'm like, hang on a minute. Let me get my headphones off. And today was very sweet. A man approached me, said, "Oh my God, I love your show. I love your Facebook groups. You've taught me so much." And he said, "Can you look at my hats and tell me if I did good?" So I get that quite a bit, and that because we're going to talk about some thrifty encounters, close encounters of the thrifty kind that are not that fun or that normal.
Yes.
So mine today was very nice. He goes, "Do you mind if I tell my wife you're here?" I'm like, "Well, A, no, I don't mind, but B, I'm a big guy. I stick out in the crowd. She'll see me anyway, but sure." So she came right over. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm such a fan of the show." I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much." And I actually gave her husband some pointers on how to sell a couple of the hats he found. So he was very happy. He's like, "But I want to keep you. It's sale day." Like, look, sale day, don't really talk to me. Any other day, I will stand there for hours and talk to you. Sale day is a Fast and Furious day. Do you agree? Do you agree, Nadine?
Oh, yes, definitely. So,
All
are
right.
you
So
ready for mine?
do you want your screenshot first? Do you want to show it in person?
I would like my screenshot, and then I want to show my
All right.
item.
So this is Nadine's thrifty tip of the week, and so let me pop over here. Boom! There it is.
So this is a score for sure. I believe that I will sell it for that, or maybe a little less. I'll take a best offer on it. It's a three-piece vintage 1980s equestrian derby jacket, top, and skirt suit. It's a size 10, which is a good deal, and it's also Alexander Campbell. So I think that was a great find. I found it for $14.99 at Goodwill. However, if you're ready, Jason, I will show the actual shirt here.
And you are on, girlfriend.
Okay, so can you see the actual shirt and the details on it?
Back it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Look at those horsies.
Yeah, so it's really nice, and it actually was around the time of the Kentucky Derby that I found it. However, it hasn't sold yet, but I know it will because there's a lot of crazy horse people out there. So,
Nadine, can you hang on a second? I have something for you. There you go.
So I was standing in line with this beautiful three-piece outfit and some other things, and there was a woman who came up behind me, and she asked if she could buy it off of me before I had already purchased it. And I said, "No, I'm sorry, but I will be purchasing this." And she said, "Well, how much is it?" And I told her it was $14.99. She said, "I'll give you $14.99 for it." And I said, "No, it's not for sale. I'm about to purchase it." So she proceeded to auction it, and she went up by $15 increments. She went up to 30, and then she went up to 45, and I had her at 55, and I finally had to say no. I'm firmly not selling it. I am buying it right now, and I'm sorry, you can't have it. And it actually came to the Goodwill employee getting involved and telling her that that was not allowed in the store, and that she would have to leave if she was not inclined to stop her bidding process. So it was quite an interesting experience. She did end up backing off. She was really mad. She actually put her pile of stuff down and she left the store. But
All right, so here's the real question. Did you go through her pile?
no, I didn't actually. She only had like 2 or 3 things, and I was in a hurry to get out of the store, so I didn't see what she got. But
now I'll tell you a story.
That's a good question, though.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story, and maybe next week or the week after I'll bring the visual upstairs. I did the same thing that she tried to do in an estate sale. It was the craziest estate sale I've ever been to, because when I look at the pictures of an estate sale, I'm like Terminator. I visualize how the house is set up. I can see where I'm going to go, and I'm like, all right, I got to go to this room and that room to pick up these 3, 4, 5 things, whatever. And this estate sale had tiki mugs, so they had taken a picture of the whole house, and then they had moved everything. I have never seen that happen before. So I walk in the house, it looks nothing like the pictures. I'm like, what? I see the bar with booze, and I turn, though, because I'm still looking for the tiki mugs. By the time I found them, they have left the house and the shelves they were on, and they were in a box in the garage. Made no sense. And so I bought the mugs, and then I went back to the liquor. I grabbed some, but I saw a woman grab a bottle of liquor that most people have never heard of, and I'll tell you in a minute. And I actually use it in one of my house cocktails. Now, you've had the cocktail. You've been in my house. You've had Hugalicious. It's a yummy little drink. But one of the main ingredients is a liqueur called Liquor 43. It's got 43 ingredients in it. It's very awesome tasting. And she found a vintage unopened bottle. I've never seen one. And they're selling the booze for $1.50 a bottle. So we got to the driveway, and I said, I'll give you $20 for that bottle right now. And she said, now this is pre my show, so there, she has no thoughts of who I am. She said, are you going to sell this? I said, actually, no. Hopefully I'm going to drink it if it's not bad. Well, I bought the booze for my son's bar at his house. I go, your son has never heard of Liquor 43. I will appreciate it way more than he does. And she said, you're probably right. And she took my $20. So, same deal. But I got the sale. Your lady didn't get your sale.
No, she didn't. She was not getting that outfit from me. So do you give her props for trying?
Oh, yeah, because I would too. Like, if somebody walked by me with a tiki mug that I really needed, we'd be cutting some deals. Absolutely.
And she said that she absolutely needed that outfit. That was, she was mad that she missed it.
Now, you should have handed her your card and said, it'll be up for sale next week. Come buy it from me.
I should have done that, yes.
All right, so I think this is going awesome. I'm excited beyond belief for our first practice. But let's bring on our guest tonight. And tonight is the sole responsible person for why I am what I am. So, Mom, if you can hear me, take your mute off. There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, this is my mom, Peggy Smith.
Hi, everybody. Nice to be here. And I'd start off first by saying I'm just so excited for the two of you on your new adventure together. And I wish
Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank
this is
you
great.
so much.
You bet.
So I'm going to tell a quick story that my mom went out shopping too on sale day, so she's got some scores she wants to share. Now, every week we're going to do a guest, I think. And I think what we're going to typically do is obviously we have tons of friends in the thrifting communities. We'll find a guest every week that's got a niche, and we will bring them on so they can, chit-chat about their niche, maybe show us a couple things. I want our show to be about fun and learning and drinking rum, which I'm out of, so oh well. So much for the drinking rum part. So, Mom, I'm gonna interview you first, Ma. I got a question for you.
All right.
So you drugged me to a flea market when I was 6. What the hell were you thinking?
No one to babysit, so you had to come with me.
Okay, so at least you have a reason, because let me tell you, how many 6-year-olds like a flea market?
Oh, I wouldn't. I have a 5 and a 7-year-old, and no, that would not happen. Let me just say.
We had a huge flea market today. They always have a huge one on Memorial Day weekend in a little town called Hartville, and thousands of vendors. It's just, and you can't imagine the children that were there crying their heads off. That's not a place they want to be. They just won't. But Jason did. That's the difference.
And so I usually tell the story only because I know it from you. So I want you to tell the story. Now, if you watch Thrift Hunters, you saw my mom and dad on the show this past season. We were at the Burton Flea Market, happens twice a year. That's where she took me when I was 6. And although my mother was a great mother, she lost me that day.
Yeah, that's true. And, Jason,
Go ahead.
Ever since he was little, he always likes to talk to adult strangers. I mean, he just did. He would wander off, and of course, I would panic, and I've lost him a number of times because of him doing that. But at the flea market, it's huge, and you're going, oh my God, where's my kid? And if I'm not mistaken, Jason, didn't it finally come over the loudspeaker?
Oh, see, that I don't remember, but I do remember. I do remember you saying I was found talking to sellers about what they were selling.
Yes, you were. You were, and then we would put it over the loudspeaker because I had lost you. So they announced it. Will this child, Jason Smith, please come to the grandstand? And that's what happened there.
So you would think 6-year-old antiques, not a winning combination. I wasn't so excited about the stuff. I am now. That stuff I wasn't excited about back then. I really am now. But I was enthralled to talk. Like Mom said, I had no stranger danger in my head. And not that my mom didn't warn me about that, but I just had to talk to everybody. And anybody who knows me knows, holy shit, Jason hasn't changed one bit in 44 and a half years.
That part really started when you were about 3, Jason. Because when I lost you in the department stores, you were off talking to the adult strangers, So from the get-go.
So I'm sorry, Ma. I had to go talk to people.
That's okay. Well, look where it's gotten you. They know your voice today, that's for sure.
I was thrifting. Where was it yesterday? Yep, yesterday, and a couple came over and said, "We heard you. We heard you." Yes,
Yep.
I can. You know, when people go, "Can you shop in quiet anymore?" I said, "No," for a couple reasons. I am 6'5", 280. A pair of sunglasses and a hat does not hide all of this. And my voice is very distinctive, and
Right.
people will come from from aisles away and go, "Oh, I heard Thrift Hunters. I knew it was you."
Well, I have to show you a score. Since
All right, so Mom. So wait, hang on. Let me give you. Wait. I'm producing well, but we'll produce much better as we go on. But since Mom's got some scores, let's do Mom's score of the week. We could have a graphic too. Mom's
Okay.
score.
I've got actually a couple because we went to Savers yesterday. Ohio finally has a Savers, our very first one.
Oh,
And not the only. No, not Ohio. Cleveland, Toledo has something already.
Right. I'm sorry, I should specify, which is on the west side of Cleveland area. And so I knew it was going to be 50% off day. So my husband and I, Regan, took off and got there at 5 to 10 and burst in. And then Dad took a cart and I took a cart and we both went our different ways. And he took the men's section, I took the ladies. But I have yet to venture into the jean department. I've heard Jason talk about it many times, and I had said, okay. I told Dad, I said, okay, Regan, go over to the men's section and look for silver tabs. See if you can find any silver tabs. Well, we ended up with 5 pair.
wow.
Wait. I want to make sure we heard that. Not one.
Yeah.
5.
Not 3. Not wait. I'll give you 5 of these. Hang on.
That's amazing.
5 pair.
So in case for those watching may not know, here's what one of the tags looks like.
Back it up a little bit, Ma.
Is
Back
it
it
more?
up.
Okay.
Yep.
Better.
Yep.
Okay. So that's one of the tags, and of course these are silver tab baggies. And here's a darker tab. And because we were talking a 50% off, they were $9.99 and now they're $5.
Wow.
Yeah, Jason, you said they average around what, 50 to 60, maybe 75.
Yeah. So it all depends on the size, the style, because not all yours are baggies. You had some regular silver tabs,
Right.
but for $5, any silver tabs are a purchase. So there's your bonus tip of the week, ladies and gentlemen.
Now we also picked up a couple of about 2 or 3 pairs of Tommy Bahamas. They were in excellent condition, and again, those were around the $5 mark too. So, I thought I would give those a try, being his name and the price was right. Yeah. This is something I did not even show Jason yet, but speaking on tips of the week, I think this is a good tip, Jason, and I know you've mentioned it before. Always shop in the lingerie section for vintage Hawaiian dresses, because usually they throw them in as like a nightgown type thing. So as I headed over there, I'm going to show you this label first. Okay, can you see that document? How's that look, Jason?
Sun Fashions of Hawaii.
And this is actually, it's got an Asian flair to it, possibly Chinese, and it's a long kimono type. And it comes with a belt.
Oh, sorry, that was. That so did not go. That's not what I was looking for. I'll give this instead. There we go.
So it's Sun Fashions of Hawaii, Honolulu, and this was the price tag on it because it was in the lingerie department, and then I got it for $2.
That's
so
great.
I think
that's a score.
Yeah. In fact, Regan, Jason's dad, is going to look it up for me right now. I haven't had a chance to do any really, homework because I walked out of Savers with about 5 full bags of clothing yesterday. So it was a good day.
That was a good day.
Yeah.
So, what is that hanging out over your right shoulder?
My boogie board?
Yeah, let's see that.
Oh, this is a beauty, you guys. It's fiberglass. I don't know if you can tell how big it is. See there? Can you throw it off more?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it's a Surf Designs Sandy Beach, and what's the guy's name on? By John Alford. And we did some homework on this. The only one that we could find that was sold, because I couldn't find any listed on eBay, was on WorthPoint. So there we go, WorthPoint. And back in 2011, this sold for $70. Now I did pay $40 for this because this is going to be for me personally for a while.
Wait. What'd you pay?
I paid 40.
What?
What, honey?
I did a little record scratch.
Uh,
What?
what? So yeah, so that's a personal item that's probably going to stick around the house for a little bit. But I did find this. This is another good find. You know, I don't know how many do the waste cans.
Oh, strawberry shortcake. That's good.
Yeah. So you know, and they're averaging around $15-20 on thanks on sales. As I looked those up, and we paid $4 for that. So that was good.
So I gotta say, I gotta give props to my mom and dad. They're both retired. How you want to share how old you are or how young you are, Mom?
Yeah, just let's see. May 19th, I turned 72.
Oh, my mom rocks it.
Yay. That's great.
My mom and dad are 72. They're retired and they're thrifting and selling on eBay.
It's fantastic.
And they're my benchmark because, you know, they grew up in the country. They still live in the country. They're not country bumpkins, but they're rocking the iPhone. They're rocking eBay, using the apps. They're thrifting. They're selling. Anybody can do it. All right?
I had a very good teacher.
Oh, thanks. And I'm definitely not saying my folks are dumb. I'm just saying they're older. And I throw computers and iPads and iPhones at them, and they got it all worked out, and they're selling. They're making money. And that extra money is their fun money to go on vacations. And they travel like they're just young teenagers in love with an endless budget.
We love it. I mean, it is a lot of fun. A lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, too.
A lot of work, but yes, it's great.
Love the hunt. Love the hunt.
All right, well, thank you, Mom, for sharing with us, and I am so happy to have you as our guest on our number 0 show, since this is just a test.
It's all right. I enjoyed it.
That was great, and so you can hang out right where you're at. If you want to do me a favor, just mute so you won't pop up into the screen.
Bye, everybody, and thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Much good luck, you guys.
Thank you.
Wishing huge success. All right, I'm going to be muting out here, JT.
Thanks, Mommy. And Nadine kind of knows this, but I will definitely let everyone know. I'm a mama's boy. Mom and I talk on a normal daily basis. Like, if I'm not super busy, it's like 2 to 3 times a day. And we FaceTime and we chat. And it's been 2 or 3 times a day every day since I was away from the house. So you will never find a bigger mama's boy. Literally, because I'm huge. So, we're kind of near the end of shows number 0, and I got some stuff I got to work on, but I got to say, Nadine, I am freaking tickled pink right now.
This is exciting. I'm very excited.
It's exactly what I thought it would be. We hit our marks, and I obviously need to work on having my sound effects ready, and I need to do a little bit more with the dropping in our title screens, but this is awesome, you know.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I'm really excited about this. So.
And why are we doing this, Nay?
Well, we want to motivate other people and help people help set an example with our thrifting.
Now, right at the end of the show here, I'm going to put Nadine on the spot a little bit because one of the reasons I really like Nadine as a partner, I mean, there's many reasons, but we thrifted. I was in Philly visiting her a couple of weeks ago. And we thrifted, and she's one of the few women or any of my friends really, that can keep up with me. Because I have no stop in terms of everything. Thrifting, hanging out, partying, drinking, whatever. I don't, and not a bad don't have a no stop, but I got energy for some weird reason that goes forever. And they hung with me the whole time.
Yes, I can hang.
Yes, oh yeah, there is no doubt. You go to the top of the Hangers Hall of Fame. I give you that credit.
Thank you.
But
even though I'm a mom with 3 kids now, but you know.
And what a perfect thing! What a perfect segue. Being partnered with you gives us different angles. I
Yes.
know. Everybody knows I don't like children. I know
Mhm.
nothing about children. I didn't know anything about sewing patterns. But
Yes.
you and I together are going to be a perfect thing. Now, I bought something that I probably wouldn't have noticed had I not been thinking about us and our show and you. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, but I'm going to show you
Okay.
I have found a
Okay.
new niche,
Okay.
and did I do good?
Okay.
You ready to
Mhm.
judge me?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, you're a mother. When
Yes.
mothers have babies, they have to breastfeed, or they should. I think maybe that was too controversial. Maybe you shouldn't. Most do. Let's put it that way.
It's an opinion of some that yes,
Yes.
I do. Yes.
I found my first breastfeeding top.
Okay, so that's a nursing. It looks like a nursing nightgown actually, like a nursing loungewear nightgown
So
type
now
top.
I never would have bought it, but I
In the
bought it for a
front,
few.
there's slits in the front that open
Yep.
up, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
so let me show you my boobies.
Yep.
Right
Yep.
there, right there.
Yep. That's a nursing slash maternity nightgown. Yes.
So here's why I bought it, and this is look. We always tell people get outside your comfort zone. You've nailed your comfort zone. Get outside of it. So I saw this, and I bought it for a couple reasons. Still had the original tags, so nobody's ever worn it, so no boobies have been in it yet. And here's the other tag, so it's got two tags. And it's only $3.50. But what caught my eye was it's nautical, and in my house, nautical goes with tiki. So for $3.50, did I make a good purchase, my dear?
You made an excellent purchase. As a matter of fact, I sold recently a pink floral, like kind of frou-frou pants and top ensemble, which was similar, with the openings on the top. It was a maternity slash nursing pajama set. And that sold for, I believe, $24.99. It was actually something that I had left over from my days of, when I had my kids. So I think that's fantastic, and it will definitely sell with a nautical theme, and it's cute, it's fun, and yeah, I think that was a good purchase.
Well, thanks. And it's something that I've always challenged myself to learn a new niche. I always tell others to learn new niches, but when the show aired, and we'll talk about this more in depth as we go on in our show, my TV show aired, I had some haters who gave me grief because I didn't sell a lot of certain things. So one day I just said, screw it. I'll go sit in the section you're giving me grief about with my iPad and look up everything until I learn it. And I did that with denim, which I'm really good at now. I did that with suits and jackets, which I'm good at. And I know there's money to be made in the maternity section. But of course, not having children and never going to have children, my wife never went through that, I'm really at a loss.
Well, you need to put a few keywords in there. You need to use maternity, nursing, breastfeeding, lounge. I would use like a nightgown or loungewear type thing. I don't know how much you can fit in there. However, yeah, I definitely put all those words in there. So,
All right, so let me ask you this. Would boobies be over the line?
that would be definitely over the line. Yeah.
I kind of figured so.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
I like boobies, so, I figured.
Nursing, maternity, and breastfeeding are all okay, but beyond that, yeah, that's.
Like boobies in all caps with exclamation points? No?
No, nursing wear is the more conservative keyword.
So, I've been on TV quite a bit, and even before my show, I ended up on, I've been on 4 game shows, I've been on a couple skits on some of the Tonight shows. This is your first to do. What do you think, my girl?
It's exciting. I'm very excited. I'm a little nervous, I have to admit. I'm not necessarily camera material. That's not my usual forte, but it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to this adventure.
So, okay, I'm going to ask you, who's watching right now, go to the comment section, look at this, and look at this. Who's camera material? I think it's this, because it sure ain't this. Because this is definitely Beauty and the Beast go thrifting, that's for sure, let me tell you. Because I ain't nothing pretty to look at, I know that much. I stick out in the crowd, but I ain't nothing pretty to look at. Yeah, I'm excited. We did an hour. It didn't seem like nothing, did it, Nadine?
No, it didn't. It went by very fast. I will admit that, yeah.
And it was pretty smooth. Like, I got to work on hitting my points a little better, but we moved pretty smooth. And,
Yeah, I think we need a couple more practice runs, and I think we'll be good.
You know, it only gets better. Our good friend Chris Green always says the worst is the first, and this being our full first, I'm not thinking it's not that we'll definitely get better. So yes, it'll be our worst, but man, I ain't hating it at all. I thought it was great. I thought our guest was awesome because she's my mommy.
Yes, she rocked. Yes, absolutely.
I can see her smiling down the bottom there, so that was awesome. And I'm excited to do this. I'm excited to do it with you because you're a whole new ball game. You bring a lot of things to the table that is way outside my realm.
Yep, I want to talk about girly stuff. I can't wait.
And even though I'm a big girl, I don't know the girly stuff that well.
I can't wait. And kid stuff and being a mom and, you know, working and doing this. So, yeah, I think I can bring a lot to the table. That's new information.
So some of the comments are, you don't look or sound nervous. Nadine looks beautiful and great personality, and Nadine wins. So there you go.
Thank you.
On show 0, Nadine won.
Thank you.
That hurts. What the hell? I'm on TV. You don't like me? No, this was great. We are right at the hour, so I think we will call it in the next 90 seconds here. We'll knock it out right at an hour. And you are now getting told that you are smoother than most precasts. Other people have been doing it forever. So let me tell you, I knew you would knock it out, girlfriend.
Good job.
Were awesome. You brought it. Oh, I'm so happy. I cannot wait. So we're going to do this. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice because I'm so excited.
I'm ready to do this every week now.
Yep, every week. We have not exactly picked our day yet. It will be this time. It'll be 9 p.m. East, 6 p.m. West, and you will see those segments. And, you know, we might add to or subtract from, but I think it'll be kind of the same. We'll bring our guest on about halfway through, and I have to figure out what's going on with the chat. I can't see it how I should see it. I am watching you guys on another computer, so I definitely have the geek setup here. I have dual monitors, a laptop, an iPad, and an iPhone. I got it all going on. So all, Nadine, you have to do is just show up with your material, and I will take care of the rest. Oh, somebody said I'm beautiful too. I'm going to blush now. And you know you're muted, Nadine. So if you want to come back and say, there we go.
You look good in a tiara. I'll have to say that.
I forgot to unpack it. I bought my first tiara. You know, people always say, "Hey, you call yourself big girl. Where's your tiara?" And tiaras don't work when you don't have hair because usually they have clips. But I found a tiara that didn't need hair yesterday, so I bought my first tiara. So I'm officially big girl.
Yes.
So I want to thank those who tuned in. We got 23 right now.
Wow.
I only put it out an hour ago just to a small group of people. I needed a test audience because Nadine and I talk to ourselves quite a bit. I mean to each other, but without the audience to see us or hear us, I needed to know how it sounded, how it looked. And if you like what you saw or you want to see other things or whatever, drop us a note. Drop me a note. You can find me on Facebook. Super easy. It's Facebook/TikiPug. That's me. Come to our groups, Thrifting with the Boys, Marketing with the Boys, Shipping with the Boys. Nadine and I are there all the time, along with the rest of our great admins. I know a few are watching right now. Thank you guys for being our test audience. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Mother, for birthing me. I appreciate that. Thank Dad for having sex with you. And Nadine, thank you for being my new co-host because I love you, dear, and you rock.
Thank you. It was fun.
And we are out of here. See you next week, everybody.
Bye-bye.
And screw up the tape. So the fact that it was still taped down with the Ampex sticker tells me it has probably never been played. And that's kind of how I sold it. Now, there's actually a little story that goes with this. And I'll show you. I sold it for $80. And I sold it for $80 within 2 days. So I was in a record store in Boston where we actually filmed back during Thrift Hunters. And I saw this there. I was there not too long ago with our good friend Teresa Cox, and they had it for $20. And quick research showed that most were selling for $50. I could see that it was unplayed. I'm guessing $75 to $100. So I brought it up to buy it, and the guy goes, "You're buying a reel-to-reel?" And I said, "You're selling a reel-to-reel? Like what? Like you're shocked I'm buying music in a music store? Like you put it out?" So I gave him $20 and finally listed it, and it sold within 2 days for $80. So if you see reels, especially by popular bands, so if you don't know who Cream is, it's Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, famous classic rock band, super group. Of course, you might shy away from. I both like to thrift. We both like to sell on eBay. And do you sell anywhere else besides eBay, Nadine?
Not yet, but I plan to extend on that.
You've never ever sold on Amazon?
I've never sold on Amazon yet. I've never sold on Etsy. I've only sold on eBay. I've sold on Craigslist, but I would like to expand a little bit to Amazon next.
Oh yeah, that's easy. We'll get you going. I've been selling on Amazon almost as long as eBay, and that used to be my only venue for a long time because I was only selling CDs, and so it was just easy enough to list on Amazon.
Well, that's my next plan.
And so I'm watching our feed, and we look really good, and nice graphics. I love it. So we're going to start every show, because it's a show with me, we're going to start every show with rum of the day, or rum of the week, I guess, and cocktail glassware of the week. So I am a huge Sailor Jerry fan. That's kind of like my daily rum. So today we are drinking Sailor Jerry, and I like it so much. Oops, I'm always backwards. I put it around my arm. Not so much for the... Go, boom, boom. All right. So let's talk about score of the week. So we're going to show, what we're going to do when we're doing scores of the week is we're going to show things we sold on eBay or things we just purchased that will end up being a score of the week. So today is Memorial Day. It's half off at Savers. I've got some good stuff today. And so I'll show you something I bought today. Obviously, I haven't sold it yet because I just bought it a couple hours ago. But first, I'm going to show you my score of the week of something I actually sold. And this is something I tell people all the time to make sure to look for is reel-to-reels. Now, if you're a youngin' listening to us right now, a reel-to-reel is pre-cassette tape. So these were gigantic. And here, I'll show you the picture of what it looks like. So the music came on this reel, and you would run through a player, and it kind of looked like you were going to watch a movie, but it was just music. So here is the Best of Cream. And if you can see where my mouse is here, right where the tape comes out, when they initially send out these reels, if the tape end was not secure, it would bounce around and cut into the bottom. But because I'm a huge fan of the tattoo artist Sailor Jerry. And then the glass I decided to use tonight, because my mom is going to be our guest tonight. This is my Don Ho glass. And Mom was a big fan of Don Ho, so just having a little Cuba Libre, Sailor Jerry, some Diet, and some lime. And I'm drinking Diet because I'm watching my girlish figure. Hey, if I don't watch it, who's gonna? Oh, wait a minute. I should have had my sound effects ready. Damn. All right. That's why this is a practice, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so the first thing, after we've talked about rum and tiki stuff, the first thing we will talk about is, we will be doing our, all right, score of the week. And I will go first. So bear with me for a second here. I am working on a difficulty. What's happening, everybody? This is Thrifty Business with Jay and Nay, and I'm Jay, one of your hosts, and there's my beautiful co-host, Nay. Ooh,
Hi.
Hang on, I got technical difficulty. All right, now speak.
Hello.
Nadine's in Philly, and I'm in Vegas, and this is our kind of first show. It's going to be a little test run to see if we get everything right. I've got fun sound effects. We got some graphics, thanks to the awesome Nadine there, because that's what she does for a living. All right, cool. I'm watching our feed. It's looking good. We don't have any viewers yet, so that's cool. All right, so I'm going to close that out, trash that, and I want to see that. All righty, so let's talk about stuff. So here's what we're going to talk about. This is going to be our show. We're going to talk about everything in the thrift store. So Nay and I